Good afternoon. Our topic is about sustainable education through creativity, activity, and service. Dr. Sebastian Mathai is the author of this research paper. He received the bachelor's degree in education from Mahatma Gandhi University and Master of Philosophy degree in history from Madurai Kamaraj University and his PhD from Bharatiyar University. He is currently an associate professor in the Department of History at Christ University, Bangalore, India. His research interests are in history, education, and colonial studies. I am Sergeant Jose. I received bachelor's degree and master's degree in chemistry from the University of Madras. I received bachelor's degree in education from Annamalai University. Currently, I am pursuing master's degree in education leadership and management from School of Education, Christ University. My research interests are in quality management in education, sustainable development, learning environment, and capacity building of adolescents and youth. Abstract. In this paper, a study has been done to find out first how creativity activity service project is promoting education for sustainable development, and second, what approach is used to promote it. The purpose is to bring into focus the significance of education of sustainable development to meet sustainable development goals through CAS. The method used is qualitative content analysis of web pages of 44 IB World Schools websites obtained by applying random sampling technique. The results highlight that CAS projects does have activities directly related to sustainable development. But what is not evident is that how these activities are linked to the SDGs. It is found that CAS project is an efficient tool for promoting education for sustainable development, coupled with project approach delivered through community service programs. The first research question is how CAS project is promoting education for sustainable development. And our second research question is what approach is used to achieve education for sustainable development? Regarding the methodology, we followed qualitative content analysis method. The research materials used are the online contents such as institutions' web pages including CAS activity page, IB community blog, YouTube, Facebook, and blogs. We employed deductive approach in analyzing data. We follow the following steps to arrive at the inference. First, we formulated research questions. Second, we ascertained stable correlations. Third, we located relevant texts. Fourth, we defined and identified relevant units in text. Fifth, we sampled these units of text. Then, sixth, we developed code categories and recording instructions. And seventh, we selected an analytical procedure. And eight, we adopted the standards. And nine, we allocated resources. For sampling, we followed simple random sampling method. The 146 institutions from India offering IB diploma were arranged alphabetically. The numbers were allotted to the institutions. Using Microsoft Excel function, RAND, the institutions were ranked. 50 institutions were selected for the study. Of the 50 institutions, 44 institutions, that is 88%, fit into the inclusion criteria, and 6 institutions, that is around 12%, were excluded. The following slide shows the CAS activity reports that was collected from various web pages. Now, out of 44 institutions, only 27, that is 61.36% of the institutions, had activities related to sustainability. For 5 institutions, that is around 11.36%, the activities were not related to sustainability. And for around 12 institutions, that is 27.27%, no activities were reported in the web pages. This slide shows the graph of the CAS activities that was published in various web pages. We can see how they have been published in website, newsletters, blogs, YouTube, Facebook, CAS page, and IBO community blog. What has been observed is that the CAS page of the institution accounted for 32.5% of the published activities that was related to sustainable development. And this was followed by Facebook, which accounted for 22.5%. The IBO community blog accounted for only 2.5% of the activities published by the sampled institutions, whereas the institution's blog did not contribute to publishing students' activities. In this slide, we can just see how the various CAS activities has been related to the Sustainable Development Goals. What has been noted is that the SDG 4 accounted for 17.74% of the CAS activities, and SDG 3 that accounted for 12.90% of the CAS activities. This was SDG 4 was related to education and SDG 3 was related to health. Whereas SDG 7 and SDG 9 accounted for only 0.81% each in terms of their activities. Whereas for SDG 17, there were no activities observed. From the research, the following findings has been derived. With respect to our research question 1, how CAS project is promoting education for sustainable development, it has been found that only 61.36% of the reports sampled had reported about sustainability issues. Of these 61.36%, it is found that majority of the projects are linked to SDG 4 and SDG 3. As only 2 institutions stated about their sustainable development goals, it poses a question whether the students took up these projects or activities not knowing its relevance to sustainable development goals. With regard to the research question 2, that is, what approach is used to achieve education for sustainable development, it has been found that the 27 institutions studied with respect to sustainability showed long-term engagement with an NGO to provide opportunities for the students in community service. The students were required to carry out community service as part of fulfilling the requirement for CAS to receive IB diploma. The students did community service as projects. Therefore, we would like to conclude that the literature review did not provide any evidence of such a study was carried out in the past. This study is unique as it contributed towards bridging the gap that existed between CAS project and education for sustainable development. Beiser and Nancy have mentioned the CAS has elements which are project focused, and these elements when directed towards green activities will have a positive impact on student learning and behavior towards the environment. With this, we have just come to the end of our presentation on sustainable education through creativity, activity, service. Thank you.